Hey there, Taurus. This one's for you. Here's what's coming ahead for the Tauruses in December. As you all know how I work, or if you're new, hey, I'm Kelly. I can channel the spirit guides. So I'm going to channel a message for you, Tauruses. And then I'm going to follow it up with a Celtic cross so that you make the most out of December 18, whether it's love, money, success, sex, whatever it is you want. I want you to make the most out of it. So without further ado, here is Spirit's portion of your message. You need to slow down. You need to slow down. You need to slow down a little bit. You've come into some recent success, something that's felt really good. So there's a little bit of you that wants to, because you're so used to, so good at manifestation, something really great and out of the blue. This one's a little bit of a take the step up, bask, and enjoy how good that feels. Because the difference between the previous ones that came out of the blue and this one required a lot of mindset shifts. This one required a lot of viewing yourself differently. This one required a lot of how you view friendships, how you view other people, how you view lovers, what type of people you want in your life. This manifestation required a lot of internal shifts to be able to get here and enjoy it. You know, the journey of getting ready to be getting ready to be getting ready. You were on that journey for a while to enjoy this leap. Enjoy it. Relish all the mindset shifts you had to go through. Relish the little bit of something that you recently celebrated. And enjoy that. The more that you can bask on this, Taurus, and how good that recent success felt, that will solidify that as your default level. If you try to get too high to here, you'll find yourself crashing, manifesting, crashing, manifesting. Some of you call it upper limiting from The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Get here and enjoy it and bask on it so that this becomes your new default vibration. We promise you, this is coming too, but enjoy what you have right now. There is a part of you that's been calling for connection as well. Deeper connection with friendships, deeper connections with clients, with lovers, with current partners, with future partners. And it's the holiday season coming up. So instead of using well, I don't have XYZ, I don't have this, to Debbie down on your holiday season, allow yourself to enjoy this, knowing that you're detouring a little bit on the path to spend a little bit more of your physical time with friends and family and connection. And that as soon as the holiday seasons are over, know that there will be that much more there for you when you have more bandwidth for that recent success. There's much more ahead of you, Taurus. That's our wish for you. And with that, we invite Kelly to pull the Celtic cross. Hey, everyone who's catching it live, what's up? We got Jasmine Fuentes in the house. We got Sarah in the house. I'll take a quick minute to announce to you guys that I do have that upcoming workshop December 15th, that if you have any toxic relationship in your life right now, whether it's a boss that just, as soon as you walk in the door, it like boils your blood, or you have that coworker who is sabotaging you, or you think is out to get you, or you're so nervous and dreading going home for the holidays because you have that negative Aunt Nancy who you think is just out to get you, and they're intentionally saying things to hurt you. One, I'm doing free training tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the second of my 3-part free series training. But I also have the workshop coming up for you on December 15th to really deep dive. So you can click the link to learn more about it. I want to make sure you guys are aware of it. But let's get to the rest of your reading, Taurus. Okay, so we got the King of Michael upright with solutions reversed and 6 of Gabriel as the crossing energy. So the King of Michael energy is definitely kind of like, okay, it's almost as if you need a little bit more loving approach to business and a little bit more of a loving approach to work, because the King of Michael is really a sign upright that you've kind of come into your own, Taurus, that you've really gained a lot of confidence, that you've really gained a lot of self-assurance, a lot of, you know, I may not know how to do XYZ, but I know how to learn. And I'll soon know how to do that easy peasy. Like you've gained that level of confidence. But it's kind of like you got the success And you likely got the success in your business area of your life, your money area of your life, something unrelated to love. Because what's coming up here is that it looks like, so you have the newfound confidence, you have like successes ahead of you, but the solutions to come like reversed. It's almost as if there's a little bit of a personal issue that you're avoiding, whether it be a conversation, hey, Rising Storm, whether it be a conversation from a new lover that you're just from a new lover that you're avoiding because you're like too early and you don't want to rock the boat, or whether it be a conversation from an old lover, old meaning someone that you're currently with, or maybe it's something small, like something happened between you and a friend. And you just kind of avoided that conversation. It could also be something small like that. It could also be maybe you're at work and you signed a contract and it said that they'll review your salary after a year, and it's been a year and 2 months now and they haven't reviewed it. It's like you're avoiding that conversation. So it's kind of, I see why when Spirit gave you the message of your recent success is here and bask on it, enjoy it, to solidify that as your new knowledge. And I appreciate those likes, guys. There's 6 of you on here and 4 likes. That makes me so happy. So you had to solidify the vibration here, because it's almost as if your attention was diverted to work and diverted to that new manifestation, the recent success that you came into, because there's a tiny bit of a relationship issue that you're avoiding. Oh, hold on, they're coming. They want to say more. Yes, yes, Taurus. That's why we want you to bask here and solidify this, so that your business, your money, your career can solidify here, so that when you divert your attention to improve, and by improve we mean learning new ways to have a deeper and more meaningful connection to others, your business won't dip. It will stay there even while you divert attention to that. There is much success ahead of you, much success. But it's knowing that you're learning how to have difficult conversations in a whole new way that's coming up ahead for you guys. Wow. Never had Spirit come on in during the tarot part of this as well. Okay, so is there anything else I need to hear from this? Nope. Newfound sense of confidence. You have a lot of success ahead of you. It's knowing that don't sweep that old whatever relationship issue. Don't sweep it under the rug. This is the no. Talk about it with your girlfriend. If there was like an old event that happened, and now you guys are talking again and patching things over, now would be perfect time to go like, hey, so what happened back then? Like, I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. I want to make sure our friendship's solid. So let's talk about that like old thing that happened 6 months ago. You okay? Like, what could I have done differently? It could be a simple conversation like, hey, I feel so weird. Like, I know we kind of lost touch. Like, well, so what happened for you? Like, I really want to talk about it because I want to make sure it doesn't happen again. I really value your friendship. And then just hear them. Okay, because what's happened for you in the recent past? Yeah, it looks like, okay, so this is the success that Spirit was talking about. You got the success. Knight of Ariel it's success, it's forward movement, it's upright, so it's a very good thing that came from you. And it could have been love, it could have been work, it could have, you recently took some action, a new way of doing something in action, you got some good results from it. That's what this card is about. In terms of, you got the decision card in the current one. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. In the current moment. So, okay, so what that means though, guys, given in the context of this whole reading, is that thing that you're sweeping under the rug right now, oh, I'm sure they didn't mean it. Oh, it's not a big deal. Well, I don't know what I did. Oh, I guess they came to their senses. We're friends again. Whatever it is you're sweeping under the rug, in the current moment, it is a major life lesson for you because this is a major arcana card. So it's letting you know it's kind of like you have a decision. You've gone, you know what Spirit was saying about your growth. You've come to here, solidify this because you had to go through a lot of mental and mindset switches to get that success. That has opened up opportunities for you. So you got a fork in the road right now. This is a big one for you guys. And you can choose to sweep it under the rug. That's you choosing your old way of being that will law of attraction momentum. It will kind of keep that old way of being going, or you can choose to, hey, difficult conversations are now easy for me. I'm now the person that can have them. You can choose, you have a choice between the two paths. Let me pull some clarifiers for you though, because that's kind of a biggie. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's a choice between kind of two paths. And it looks like right now in the current moment that you're ignoring your intuition. Your intuition is very likely trying to give you that nudge to have that conversation, give you that nudge to that thing that you're sweeping under the rush, do it. And they're letting you know that if you do it, you got the 3 of Raphael upright. So 3 of Raphael is a reason to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So it's, you have a decision to choose the old way, sweep it under the rug, or a new way. And it might feel a little uncomfortable. You're doing something new. When a baby first learns to walk, you can see it wobble as it walks. It feels uncomfortable. It's doing something new. So you're doing something new. Of course you feel a little wobbly. Your intuition is trying to tell you to do it. You have a decision to stick with the old path or follow your intuition. Right now, because it's reversed, you're ignoring it. So maybe this reading will give you a wake-up call to do it. And it's letting you know, like, if you do it, there will either be great success with that conversation, or it will usher you into a new way of being. It's kind of like, you know, when sometimes you finally just cut the toxic friend out. You've told them enough. Hey, when you do X, Y, Z, it makes me feel this way. Hey, when you do X, Y, Z, it makes me feel this way. And they keep doing it, and then you cut them out of your life, then your life is so much better afterwards. So take the new action, guys. We'll do what you want. Comment below. Let me know how you're doing it. In terms of what's coming ahead for the future for you, you got the 2 Gabriel reversed. So want Taurus. It's kind of letting you know that as of right now, this is an energetic snapshot. So by the time you watch this, it's letting you know that as of right now, going forward into the near future, you're going to choose to ignore your intuition. You're not going to take action on your, so the Gabriel suit is all about action. This is the go for it, do it, you're doing it. This is the, you're not taking action. Your intuition is speaking to you, and you're not going to take action on it. So as of right now, that's the set point you're at. You have a choice now, especially now that you've watched this video. You have a choice of which way is it going to go. Which way are you going to do it? Let me clarify that one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. You got the, you're not going to take action on your intuition, and you got the, you're not going to communicate on your intuition. So you're not going to take action, and you're not going to talk about it. So as of right now, you are sweeping it under the rug, Taurus. Use this video as a big blaring siren to speak your truth. Because all it is you're trying to be loving. You're trying to save the relationship. You're trying to keep it going. And you might as well, like, okay, because I know that sometimes the situation can be, well, I know he's not my husband, though, so I don't even want to have that conversation with him. Guys, if he's not your husband, then he is the perfect person to practice difficult conversations. If you have a hard time speaking up for yourself in relationships, and you know, like, okay, there's enough signs he's not my forever person, that is the best person to practice on, because you don't care. You're less attached. You want to do it with, you want to practice, guys. Use that person to practice, and don't use that as a reason to not have it. Oh, did I go on a little rant there? I used to do that, guys. I used to suppress my emotions and not talk to people about stuff that bothered me. And that's when it'd be like 2 years later, it would just be like, okay, fuck this. They're a horrible person. I'm done. Whereas if you had the many conversations in the between time, it likely would have saved the relationship. In terms of your personal power this month, okay, that's a little confusing here, Spirit. Okay, Taurus says, I love you. I'm giving you a hug. I love you. You guys are fellow Earth signs, so nothing but love for you. But it's just, so 2 of Michael upright is the, you're not making a decision. 2 of Michael reversed is the, you're choosing to ignore that there's even a decision you have to make. It's like you're trying to, oh no, that was a one-time thing. It will never happen again. So your personal power, but that's like a pretty disempowered personal power place to be at. I want you guys to hear that. And I'm only saying this because I love you guys and I want the best for you. And I want you to have all the money, the cars, the trips that you want. It's like you're acting like an ostrich. You're sticking your head as an ostrich in the ground when there's a tornado around you. Okay, it might not be dramatic. It might literally just be like an old conversation with a friend that you might want clarity on. Like, hey, sis, like, it was a while ago. Remember when we went to XYZ and that happened? Like, what did I do that upset you so much? I just want to make sure I don't do it again because I love and value you so much. How caring does that sound, guys? And how easy is that? They might say, oh, girl, I'm sorry. I was just so tired from work and I took it out on you. Done. Then the dust is off your shoulder and you don't have that little tiny worry carried with you for the rest of your life. Or it can be, oh, yeah, you know what? It kind of bothered me that you left your wallet in the car because I'm a little financially strapped right now and just put a lot of stress on me. And I just didn't know how to say anything. You not saying anything is not making and keeping peace. You not saying anything is going to lead to a bigger blow up later. Okay? But so your personal power is to at least be aware that you are consciously choosing to ignore something. Because if you're at least like, yeah, I'm aware I need to have that conversation and I'm avoiding it, then you're at least aware. Then you're at least the ostrich that, oh, I see your tornado. Oh my God, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. You duck your head. And at least when you have your head ducked in the sand, you're like, what should I do about it? You at least have the opportunity to think about it instead of pretending like the tornado is not there. Maybe like sometimes fight or flight. There's also freeze or fawn. Fight, freeze or fawn. If you freeze, ignore an issue. Sometimes it just takes you a minute to recompose and go, oh, okay, tornado, let me walk the other way. Let me get out of its way. So your personal powers is just become aware that there's a issue that you were sweeping under the rug. Yeah, it looks like you're not, honestly, guys, it looks like you're not going to take action on it. So at least do it in an aware way. Is that a weird way? Awareness. At least do it in awareness. In terms of outside influences this month for you, it's the Ace of Ariel. But it's almost as if, oh, guys, so here it is. Outside influences, so you know how Spirit was saying in the beginning, for those of you who are coming on later, you have to watch the replay, that the recent success that you got, bask on it, say how proud you are. So you at least solidify that as your default level of success. Outside influences letting you know that issue that you're sweeping under the rug, it's what's going to take you from here to here. It's a personal development lesson for you to be able to do it. Kind of like sometimes, like let's say it's a relationship issue that you're totally avoiding. Like there's a little, I'll relate, Tauruses. There's a little relationship conversation I'm ignoring with the guy right now. I'm like, oh, I don't have to go there for a couple of days. I'll just ignore it a bit and wait. When I have that conversation, when I go back to the place where I see this person, being able to have that conversation with him is what's going to allow me to have a deeper connection with my client, is what's going to allow me to have a deeper connection with you, my business, you guys, your personal growth. Me saying that to him, like, hey, like, this is what I need to really enjoy my experience. Can that happen? Okay, great. Hey, this is what I need to have a good time here. Can we do that? No? Okay, I'm out. Can we do that? Great, I'm staying. Hey, I gotta admit, last time when this happened, it didn't feel so good. Can we make sure this happens this time? Thank you. I feel so heard and appreciate it and like heard and understood. Thank you. The conversation could be really simple. I'm trying to give you examples because it can be short and simple. Like, hey, that didn't feel so good last time. Can we do it different this time? Okay, thank you. Hey, I'd like it. Do you mind? It can be simple. But being able to have that conversation with him is going to allow me to have deeper conversations with my one-on-one clients, with you guys. So just because it might seem unrelated to like business or other goals in your life, this is the big old whammy from Spirit. It's related. Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears for this month. Oh, it looks like, there's a little bit of you okay, hold on, let me clarify this card. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. Wow, that's really interesting. Okay. I wish I didn't clarify. There's like 3 messages for you now. So there's a little bit of a fear that you can't, in the beginning that you got recent success in the past. There's a little bit of fear that you can't manifest that. The whole, like, well, can that really happen? Maybe that was like as good as it gets. Okay. But there's also a little bit of a fear. Oh, this is like 2 meanings. There's also a little bit of a fear of like, well, maybe I'm not supposed to be that successful. Well, maybe I'm just supposed to be the kind of like underground worker, spiritual worker. Maybe I'm not supposed to be the big one. So there's a little bit of fear of maybe that type of success just isn't for you. But there's also a little bit of fear of that issue you're sweeping under the rug that very likely has to do with the conversation with connection and relationships. There's a little part of you that's afraid that if you have the conversation, you're going to like lose the friendship, or it's going to just become obvious that like, it's like fear of abandonment. You're just afraid the person's going to leave you. But honey bunnies, if you speaking up to say something that will, if it's like the, hey, that didn't feel so good to me, and they're like, well, tough, your needs are bullshit. They're called a bully. They're called a hustler, and you don't want those people in your life. So good. Let them show who they really are so you can get the fuck out. Save yourself the torture. Save yourself the torture. Or there's a little bit of, what if I speak up and then they want to cut me out? If you're like, I want my friends to speak up to me and feel comfy. Your friends should want that for you too. And no one's going to abandon you guys. I mean, if they are going to abandon you, then they're not worth it, Because so it's just definitely like there's that little success that you got. It's almost as if you're getting worried because it was only from here to here. You're just getting worried that this one may not be for you. That's simply not true. You have some more emotional lessons to learn before that can come in. Law of attraction, guys. When you vibrate at the vibration of something, it will roll right into you. It really will. From the money, from the clients, to the job, to the car, it will roll right in. Sometimes in order to like get some of those things, you need to be the vibration of it. And like if you want $1 million, you got to be able to speak to people about money. If right now you get on the phone, they're like, oh, and you're asking like your friends like, hey, can you pay for lunch? And you can't even, hey, split the check. You're not going to get $1 million if you can't have the conversation of like, oh, I thought you were paying for yourself. Shoot, I don't really have that kind of money. If you don't have the ability to show money respect and talk about money without feeling good, you're not getting $1 million. So I hope this like amplifies it for you, that like you can think really good about the million. If you got here to like the, I don't know, 2,000, 10,000, you're like, oh my God, but maybe that's not for me. It's because there's this side lesson you have to learn about like being able to say, hey, I don't want to pay for you. Or like, oh, I've only got enough for me today. That's what's going to take you to here, which is that much closer to there. So sometimes there are lessons that might seem unrelated. It's like, well, if I had the $1 million, then I wouldn't care because then I'd have all the money in the world. No. Most millionaires know how to have the money conversation, know how to say like, oh, you don't have money? Why don't you have money? Where are you spending it? If I ever have a friend ask me to pay one amount, I now, back in the day, I didn't. But now, and I'm like, what? You can't pay? Why not? Oh, why didn't you tell me beforehand? I wish you would have told me beforehand. I would have, could have made some other plans. I'm like, I'll pick up the tab this time, but going forward, like, I don't have the kind of finances for this. Like, you got to be willing to have that kind of a conversation, guys. You can word it a little bit nicer or whatever, but so you got to be willing to do that. Okay, in terms of the outcome for this month, we got the Lovers reverse. So this is the major arcana card that is dictating that you are ignoring a head or heart decision, that you are ignoring your intuition, that you're, as of right now, the energetic snapshot is going to be a month of avoiding that conversation. Oh, I clarified it. I clarified it with the wheel, and that came up upright though. So the wheel, it's just letting you know that as of right now, for this month, you're kind of choosing to ignore the issue. It's being clarified by the wheel, though, which is letting you know that this change is coming kind of no matter what. No matter what, you're going to become the person who could have that conversation who da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, the change is going to, so you could take it 2 ways. One could be take the pressure off yourself because It's the timing still getting right. So don't worry about forcing yourself to do it. But it could also be, here's a good example. Let's say you're in a village and it's burning down. There's a big fire. Everyone else is running into the lake to swim to the other side. And there's a kid who's, I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of water. I'm going to avoid the issue of swimming, that I'm afraid of water. But like, bam, someone's going to push you in to get you to the other side and be like, come on, and drag you across. Like the change is coming no matter what. So you could view it either way. Maybe it's like, don't worry, divine timing's coming. And you're just getting ready to be ready to have that conversation, or you might end up being the kid who gets pushed in the river. You can either choose to jump in and willingly go for it, or you can get pushed in. Up to you. Up to you, dear Tauruses. So I love you bunches. If y'all are catching this live, I want to make sure you are aware of my upcoming workshop that I'm so excited about and so passionate about, because a lot of this reading, I used to not be able to have those difficult conversations. I used to not even be tapped into how I felt. I was surrounded by toxic people, from bosses, from coworkers. They were sabotaging me, setting me up. I was doing work and they were like ripping half of it up. And then so I went to turn to the boss, like it wasn't even all there. I was having bosses, like they would start phone calls with me. So what client have you fucked up this week? And it was, nope, none of them. I still have 100% retention rate. You guys have 50 as a whole as the company, but I have 100. They're like, oh, well, we're sure you're doing something wrong that we'll just discover soon. Like toxic, okay? And I have been meditating for 17 years. I did a shamanic traveling journey for like 2 years where I was meditating 4 or 5 hours a day. And I've narrowed it down to the top 4 practices that have helped me release toxic people in my life. Sometimes that means being able to actually ditch the abusive person, being able to like move out, being able to like say bye-bye. But sometimes it also is an internal switch within you so that you can actually, I've had the experiences where the toxic mother effer leaves. I've also had the experience where I've walked into work the next day and the boss and I just had a completely different relationship. Instead of me always feeling tense and anxiety and like he was working against me and out to get me, I walked in and it was harmonious, it was peaceful, and it maintained that way. It stayed that way. So come to my workshop if you need help releasing toxic people from your life, or if you just want that internal switch so that we're gonna wipe out the vibration within you that's attracting the toxic motherfuckers. And I'm so passionate about this because it has literally taken me from abusive relationship to abusive to now I have like loving, joyous, uplifting relationships. Like I want that for you guys too. So I love you bunches. Hope to see you there. If not, come to my free training tomorrow because I'm offering some of the training for free too. Join tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on my YouTube channel. Mwah. I love you guys. Bye.